I'm Aria Martinez, 32, a data analyst in Seattle. I've climbed from nothing to a life I'm proud of, a view of the sound, a career I love, and peace I fought to earn. I thought I'd outrun the past I left in Pennsylvania. Then came the knock. It's a cool autumn evening when I open my door and see her. My mother, Vanessa Reed, 2 decades gone, a smile like we're old friends. Beside her, a boy with my eyes in a stranger's smirk, Jackson, my half-brother. He doesn't look up from his phone. Aria, my sweet girl, she says, arms spreading. Perfume I don't recognize. Voice I no longer trust. I don't hug back. They make themselves at home on my couch like they pay the HOA. Vanessa's gaze sweeps my apartment. The clean lines, the quiet order. A slice of the Space Needle in the distance. Jackson props his sneakers on my coffee table and finally glances up. Nice place, he says, bored. Kinda small for someone making bank. There it is. Not a reunion. A shakedown. Vanessa's warmth cools on cue. I heard you're doing so well, she says, watching my face like a mirror. Jackson's starting college. Tuition is $60,000. We just need a little help. $3,000 a month would keep us afloat. My mind does the math. My chest does the history. 9 years old, a suitcase, my father's quiet grief, a stack of cold birthday cards that said, "Hope you're okay." I'll think about it, I say, because I need a beat to breathe. Her smile tightens. Jackson rolls his eyes. They leave with promises to call. I close the door on a stomach full of stones. Flashback doesn't ask permission, Scranton, Pennsylvania. I'm 9 when my mother leaves. My father, Michael Martinez, flips pancakes at dawn and scrubs the diner counters at midnight, hands cracked and gentle all the same. Rent late, fridge light flickering over emptiness, love filling what it can't feed. At 13, I babysit until 1 a.m., stack shelves at the corner store, and bike newspapers before sunrise. Every dollar goes to the electric bill. At school, math saves me. Patterns make sense when life doesn't. Scholarships, sleepless nights, a state university degree in data analytics, and a one-way ticket to Seattle. I build a life brick by brick. I send my dad $500 a month, then more when I can. New fridge, car repairs, a roof that finally stops leaking. I keep every receipt and every promise. The cafe confrontation, we meet at a packed Capitol Hill cafe. Cups clink. Conversations hum. Vanessa reaches for my hand like she's owed something. Your father kept you from me, she says, eyes glossy with practiced sorrow. He shut me out. I see my father's calloused hands. His soft voice. You can do anything, Mija. He never shut a door. She simply chose not to knock. Jackson needs more than tuition, she presses. A car to get around campus. A Mustang, Jackson adds, not looking up. And a new phone. This one's trash. A $30,000 car. A $1,000 phone, on top of $60,000 in tuition. You're loaded, he says. What's the big deal? I set down my cup. Calm is expensive. I buy it anyway. Dad and I had nothing after you left, I say evenly. I worked for everything I have. I'm not a bank. Vanessa drops the mask. You're selfish. I gave you life. And then you walked out, I say. My voice shakes, but it stands. Chairs scrape. Conversations dim. I stand. I'm done. She grips my arm. You'll regret this. I leave her thread in the hiss of the milk steamer and step into the damp Seattle air, shaking with anger and an old ache that never learned my new address. The trespass that afternoon. My buzzer sounds, again. I open the door to Vanessa's tight smile and Jackson's slouch. Against my better judgment, I let them in, because I still want to believe people can return changed. While I grab water, Jackson drifts to my desk. My laptop glows. My banking app is open. What are you doing? My voice is a blade. He shrugs. Just checking it out. Vanessa snaps to his defense. Why hide it? You've got so much. A chill runs down my spine. I yank the laptop back. On the screen, recent login attempts. A password reset page queued up. My email pings. A forwarded message from my dad's account, the one he barely uses, detailing my job and salary. It was sent to Vanessa last month. You hacked Dad's email, I say. She pales but doesn't deny it. Your father is a failure, she spits. Dragging you down with that pathetic diner. I had to know how you turned out. Jackson snickers. He's a loser. Something hot and clear rises in me. Not rage, resolve, get out, I say, phone in hand. Or I call the police. You'd call the cops on your mother? Vanessa hisses. You're a stranger trying to steal from me. I start dialing. She yanks Jackson toward the door. We're not done, she says, face hard as glass. Neither am I reply, and lock the deadbolt behind them. The line I draw, and the law backs up. My dad's voice is tired but steady when he confirms his email was compromised. He apologizes like he did something wrong. He never did. I hire Olivia Chen, a lawyer who speaks in clean lines and court dates. We file for a restraining order with screenshots, timestamps, and the two-factor block that saved me from a $10,000 transfer attempt days later. The judge grants a permanent no-contact order. No calls, no visits. No more ambushes at my buzzer. The paper in my hand doesn't heal the wound, but it bandages it. Understanding? Then release word gets around. Aunt Lorraine calls, and her voice has the kind of sadness that's earned. Vanessa's been like this since we were kids, she says. Stories spill, borrowed money, twisted truths, bridges burned. For the first time, I see the pattern behind the person. Her betrayal wasn't about me. It was about her. I start therapy with Dr. Priya Desai. We talk about the 9-year-old who stared at a door that never opened, the college kid who outran sleep to outrun fear, the woman who still felt guilty for thriving. You've carried her choices too long, Dr. Desai says. I learned to set boundaries without apology, to love my father fiercely without rescuing my mother from herself, to hold both grief and gratitude in the same palm. What I build next? I take a portion of my salary and start a small fund in Seattle for kids like I was. Mentorships, micro-scholarships, bus passes, laptops. Harper, my friend who's a social worker, helps design the program so it reaches the right families. Omar, a fellow analyst, builds the website. Ben, my neighbor, taps his community network to spread the word. It feels like returning a gift someone once gave me by believing I could do more. I fly Dad out often. We sit on my balcony with takeout and laugh about the diner's ancient register that stuck on 5s, about the time our roof leaked into a cereal bowl. He tells me he's proud, and I finally believe him. The ending isn't neat, but it's honest. Vanessa and Jackson move to a smaller town east of the mountains. Friends drift. Checks don't clear. My door stays quiet. Family, it turns out, isn't blood. It's the people who show up, who respect your boundaries, who cheer for you without sending an invoice. Mine is Dad, and Harper, and Omar, and Ben, and the kids whose names I learn one by one. It's the life I built from a diner's back booth and a screen of code, from tiny paychecks and unbroken promises. If you've faced a family betrayal, I see you. Share your story below. It helps more than you know. And if this resonated, subscribe for more real-life stories and hard-earned hope. What I learned: boundaries are love and self-respect, not punishment. You don't owe access to anyone who weaponizes family. Healing isn't forgetting. It's choosing peace over permission. Your past explains you. It does not define you.